Well, welcome back to part 2 of how Lifting at Vegas got started. So I loved being Rainbow the Clown. I was Rainbow the Clown all over the city. It was everything to me. I was teaching myself magic. I was mentored by a man named Dr. Magic. I learned balloon animals. I even went to a clown convention. I was happy. I was really, really good. I probably had not been that happy in a long, long time. I absolutely love being up on stage and serving others. I loved when I'd look out into the crowd, and just for a couple minutes, I was a rock star. I even started a clown group in this organization called, at the time they were called Raising the Future. Or Adoption Exchange, I'm sorry, was the name of their organization. And we performed and raised money for children in foster care. So, I mean, I was good. I was happy. I was content. But something started to change. Something started to stir. I would be in an area where I would see homeless people, and I started getting this overwhelming feeling that that's what I was supposed to do with my life. But I'm not going to give up Rainbow the Clown, because that's what I love to do. So I would just put it away. And as a woman of faith, I try really hard to walk by faith. And I started to really feel like this was something I was supposed to do with my life. But why would I want to give up something that I loved so much? It brought me so much joy. For just a few minutes, when you're up on stage, you're a rock star. I'm not a rock star, but they thought I was. And it gave me purpose. It gave me joy. And why in the world would I want to give up something that I loved so much? But it kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And to the point where it would keep me up at night. I would be thinking about doing this day and night. And so I knew I wouldn't be able to do both. As a busy foster mom at the time, I think I'd adopted 3 or 4 kids at the time. Most of my kids had special needs. I could not definitely do both. And I need to make some decisions. And so I prayed a lot about it, like, what do I do here? And I started volunteering for organizations that fed the homeless. The problem was I was empty inside. When you feed the homeless and you feed in mass quantities of people, a lot of times there's no time to stop feeding and serving and get out behind the line and go and hug these people and get to know them and know their stories and make them feel like they're not just going through a line of food. You know, don't get me wrong, they need food. That's great. But they also need compassion and they need love. And I went from organization to organization and I just wasn't feeling it. And I had decided that I would start something on my own. I had no idea where this was going to take me. Where was I going to get the food? Where were the volunteers going to come from? Where was the funding going to come from? And I started some things on Boulder Highway, and it was 100% funded by me. And I, by no stretch of the imagination, am rich. I was blessed with a great job as a server. I was spending about $125 of my own money out on Boulder Highway by myself, just me and my kids, sometimes just me. And it was hard, I'm not gonna lie. I'd seen a lot of things, and probably not the safest thing to do. But I was living in my purpose. I was doing what I needed to be doing. All right, so this is the end of part 2. You're gonna have to hang on for part 3, and you'll continue to hear how Lifting at Vegas got started. Thank you.